Hello and welcome everyone. I'm the Upper Down, aka Tud, and today we're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy Tactics Advanced playthrough. Last time, we were working on some of our characters here. We reorganized the way that the characters are seen, so now the highest level character is placed in the front. With Utulio, we are currently going down the black magic route. We finished the last Morpher ability that Utulio has access to, so we are now going to go ahead and work on finishing out the black magic tree to get a little bit more variety with Utulio. Leticia unfortunately did use an ability that was prohibited in the last combat, and will now have to spend one combat in prison. Kaif, we have pushed down the Templar route for the haste ability. Given the cost of haste, there won't be too many opportunities to cast it. However, we will at least get Kaif started on that. It will benefit us greatly in the long term. Tud, we are currently on the Thief route, working on Steel Shield here. 1 to 2 more battles for that one to be completed. We also picked up the secret character Eldina. She starts out slightly higher level than most newcomer characters would. She also starts out with the ability Double Cast. That is an important ability to keep in mind. It allows the character to cast 2 spells of any class that character would have access to. For example, you can cast red magic and white magic, you can cast black magic and blue magic, or any such a combination. Now, all Eldina has access to at the moment is red magic, so we will need to buff out her roster to increase the usefulness that she provides. Nektu we have in the Thief role here, working on Steel Helm. And finally, Mont Blanc we have in the Black Mage tree here, working on Thundera. The goal here is to get to 5 completed Black Mage spells to unlock the Time Mage. Once we do that, we can send Mont Blanc down the same route as Kaif here with learning Haste. And all of this to say we plan on using Haste on Utulio. When we get enough opportunities to use Haste on Utulio, we plan on pushing him into different morphs and using those morphs' abilities to more effectively take out enemy teams. Alright, so I don't believe there is currently a mission active. No, there is not. Do we have any clan turf battles? No, it would appear everything is free for the moment, so let's go into the pub here and take a look at some job opportunities. We have a 10-day job here. Does not have any special requirements. Let's go ahead and push Utulio out on this mission here. It will take 10 days to complete. The job is called Materiite. In the western edge of the Materia Wood, Materiite can be gathered with ease if you go at the right time. Have a look. Sal's pub customer. Alright, let's go ahead and send him out. Fashion World, I do not have the required items, and that is the case for all 4 of those missions. I am not going to take Diamond Rain yet. I want to make sure I have my best characters available for that. If you're ever looking for quick missions to send your characters out on to gain some extra ability points, I recommend any of the mining gathering missions, as well as the chocobo missions. Materiite, Getulio here. Materiite deftly handled. We've gained a blaze robe in addition to the Materiite, and 30 ability points. We have also gained a skill level up and gained mirror armor, as well as Stuart, the white mage. We will unfortunately be turning him away because we need to keep one slot open for a secret party member we plan on picking up later on. We have another metal hunt as well as swords in Cyril, which will require a fencer. We can go ahead and send out Amelia on this mission. And we're going to go ahead and send her with the hero goal. Going to hold off on any other missions for the moment. I want to go ahead and clear this clan battle here. Alright. We have a soldier, 2 archers, and a healer. Laws prohibit the use of chivalry and shell, neither of which will be a concern for us. Let's go ahead and put Kaif in the back here with our Numu. We will put Tud in the front. How many more ability points does he need? 60, so this will complete the ability that he is working on. Eldina is just getting started here. Nexu is also just getting started. Mont Blanc is the one I would say most needs the experience here. Alright. Defeat all enemies. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use haste here on Getulio. And now we're going to go ahead and morph into a snake. This will give us more opportunities to use the snake ability, Frog Shape. Not that it will really be needed. I would say I could easily defeat all of these enemies, but it makes it more fun, more enjoyable, to turn an enemy into a frog. Never miss damage here from Take Aim. Take Aim is nice because it always hits, so long as the opponent does not have block arrows. However, it does very little damage and is often not worth the turn that it takes to do so. We're going to go ahead and use Air Render here on one of their 2 archers. 55 damage, not quite enough to put them at critical health, but definitely put a hurt on them. Let's go ahead and cast some Thunder Magic here. I don't have to worry about hitting my ally as he has a Lightning Vest equipped, which will heal him if he takes any lightning damage. So let's go ahead and throw that spell out here. We have the soldier at half health here. He's going to go ahead and try to attack my Moogle. He will succeed. Counterattack triggered. 16 damage, putting him at critical health. Alright, let's go ahead and use our frog shape ability here. With any luck, we will be able to turn the healer into a frog. We have a 50% chance to do so. We have succeeded. She is now unable to use any sort of actions other than a regular melee attack. Let's go ahead and try to remove the soldier from the combat. Ooh, I am not equipped with the proper weapon for that. I was hoping I could do a two-tile attack, but I am not using a spear. So instead we will miss our attack here, and it will proceed over to Natalia, the white mage, who will attempt a melee attack, much to her detriment. 83 damage. She is now out of the combat. Utulio has gained another turn here, and lost the haste buff, so there will be no more early turns for this character for this combat. But that's okay. We now have everything we need. The second frog shape has been successful. We have one archer remaining with very low health and one soldier remaining with very low health. Those are the only two opponents that could pose a problem here. Going to attempt a melee attack here and trigger a counterattack. 32 damage. Alright, so we have a few turns yet before the soldier would gain a turn, so let's go ahead and take out the archer. He is the greater of the two threats, and he has now been eliminated. Alright, let's go ahead and remove the soldier from the equation here. That simply leaves the frog-shaped archer. $92 damage. Unfortunately, I did slightly less damage than that, coming out at 86, but still enough to be fatal and end the combat. Alright, help Ludia, clear. We have gained 80 ability points. Tud has mastered Steel Shield. We have cleared the mission Swords in Cyril. Amelia here, Swords in Cyril was over too quick. We've gained a Blaze Robe, and she has gained 50 ability points. Our clan has leveled up, and we have earned the Petal Chaser. Petal Chaser is a nice weapon. It gives, I believe, 2 abilities to learn, one of which will allow a... Oh, I take that back. I was thinking of another weapon. Petal Chaser will allow the Assassin to learn Last Breath. That is an instant death ability if it is successful. Definitely nice to have on the roster. Alright, Tud has mastered Steel Armor, Steel Shield, Steel Accessory, and Steel Helmet. What do we have access to at the moment? Helm, Shield, Armor, and Accessory. No need to pick up the combo ability here, as Tud already starts off with the Combat combo, special and exclusive to Tud as the main character. What we are going to go ahead and do is flip over to the fighter role here, we're going to keep our theft as the secondary here. And the reason we're switching over is because of the Wygar Vest. This will teach the fighter class Strike Back. That is a very powerful ability that will allow my character, when taking melee damage, to catch the weapon, thus stopping the damage, and deal a counterattack. Now the question is, what would I want to have as an ability here? I'm thinking Air Blast. Similar to the Gladiator's ability, Air Blast will allow the character to deal damage to one tile in front, and then 3 tiles in front of that. So it makes a sort of triangular shape. Alright, so we can go ahead and equip a pair of gauntlets here. I'm going to go ahead and throw the thief armlets on, since we have theft as our secondary here. We're going to go ahead and switch counter over to Strike Back. That is the eventual plan for both of my thieves, is to get them set up with the Strike Back ability. And if I could get that on Kaif as well, I would love to do so. Alright, so we can go back to the prison here. I believe we have someone waiting for us. Ah, Tud. One of your clanners is cleared to leave. Okay. We don't have anyone else that needs a pardon at the moment, or anyone else that needs a release. So we will simply head off now. Let's go back into the pub and see if there's anything else available to us. We have another metal hunt here. 15 days. I found a turtle burial ground at a mountain shrine. I keep going back in hopes that I might find some adamantite. Kates, Traveler. We are going to go ahead and send out... Well, Yatulio is only 1 battle away. Leticia is also only 1 battle away. Kaif has 80 points at the moment. You typically get about 50 for a battle. So I'm going to go ahead and send him out here to get him over the barrier that would cause him to need 1 additional battle on top of what everyone else needs. So let's go ahead and send him out here with the hero goal as the mission item, in the hopes that we get the secret character that accompanies it. Metal hunt complete. Kaif here. Metal hunt cleared with style. Gained 30 ability points. And we have gained the cross helmet for leveling up our stats there. Unfortunately, no secret unit joined during that completed mission. Alright, we have ourselves a combat. Alright, so let's take a look at our laws here. No use of shell or wind, no concern there. And in our combat, the order of defeat should go Hoffman, the white mage, Pete, the fighter, Dylan, the white monk, Bingley, the soldier, and Hans, the warrior. Reason for order of defeat: the white mage is a healer, obviously very important to get rid of the healer early. The fighter and white monk both have powerful ranged abilities, or at least the potential to have powerful ranged abilities. And it is essential to make sure that we do not have to worry about those. I'm going to go ahead and pull Leticia out of this battle and instead put in Eldina. With her having a special ability that no one else has access to, I want to make sure that we get her stats up to par. I might simply reserve Leticia as a backup in the event that I can't use a certain ability tree, or if another character happens to find themselves under arrest. We're going to go ahead and use haste here on our new move. I want to try to get some frogs out as quick as possible here. Let's go ahead and morph into our snake. We will simply wait this turn. Most of the enemies that I wish to use those damaging abilities on are close enough that I can take them out without much hassle. Hoffman, as he has no allies in need of healing, will simply move up and make one of the worst decisions he could have made. And just like that, the healer is out of combat without me even having to make a move. Go ahead and take a look at their fighter here. I'm sure he has counter. Indeed he does. 59 damage with a melee attack, or we can use air render here for 59 damage as well. Wow, that is a tough decision. I'm going to go ahead and back up just a little bit here to use air render so it does not trigger the counter. Now the question is, should I take out the white monk, or should I just simply put Pete, the fighter, at critical health? I'm going to go ahead and take out the white monk because that seems like the best plan of action here, given that I cannot take the fighter down in one hit. Unfortunately, we did less damage than predicted, and now the white monk is simply at critical health. Their fighter here is going to go ahead and attack my Nunu. He has damage mana points though, so this will not hurt his health bar. Alright. So, given that my Nunu's turn is coming forth, I am going to ignore him for now, the fighter, and move down to attempt to take out their soldier. Get a little preview of Air Blast. That would do 47 damage versus Air Render, which would do 60. Let's go ahead and do that. We have put the soldier at critical health. Now we're going to go ahead and move down here and throw some fire magic at their soldier. With any luck, this will remove them from the combat. 29 damage. And we've leveled up on Mont Blanc. Okay, Eldina has double cast and she has sleep. So we can go ahead and help out our new move friend here, double casting sleep. We have a 70% chance to hit. I like the odds enough not to need to use double cast here, so we will simply use a single cast. And may the odds be ever in her favor. Unfortunately, we have failed. No need to be concerned there. We will simply move behind the enemy and use Poison Frog. 70% chance of success here. And we have succeeded. The fighter is now a purple frog. No need to be concerned here. The warrior has moved up. The missed counterattack did 15 damage. Go ahead and use our Ice Breath ability here. 50% chance to do 50 damage. Definitely worth the odds. Unfortunately, we missed. We'll have to try again on our next turn. Dylan, I'm sure, will be moving off to try to heal himself, if he has the ability. Chakra. 23 health is anticipated to be restored. He got 24. Utulio's speed has worn off here. Unfortunately, we are too far away to reach anyone. Let's go ahead and move forward a little bit, and then we will simply wait. Alright, let's go ahead and have Nektu use Air Render on the White Monk. 62 damage is anticipated with a 70% chance. We have done 66 damage, removing the White Monk from the combat. $11 damage to the Purple Frog, Pete. He's going to go ahead and attempt to attack Mont Blanc here. He's going to do 1 damage and trigger a counterattack. 36 damage. Alright, let's go ahead and throw an attack at their warrior. Air Render will do 58 damage, bringing the warrior down to low HP, but not yet critical, I don't believe. 62, we got a little bit more damage out of it, and yes, the enemy is now at critical health. If we were to attempt a melee attack here, there would be a chance to defeat the enemy outright. But I don't want to take the chance. We're going to go ahead and throw out a Thunder Spell. This will heal me because of the vest that I'm currently wearing. So let's go ahead and do that. Unfortunately, we missed the enemy, but healed ourselves successfully. And because of that, we have earned a Judge Point. Lightning is the counter to Wind Magic, which is forbidden in this combat. As such, we have gained the ability point. Let's go ahead and double cast Sleep here, just in case we miss. We have a 50% chance of success on the warrior. We have succeeded on the first try with both enemies. Second cast, unfortunately, is just a waste of mana, but always better to have that precaution just in case. 17 damage needed. 100% chance to hit for 61 damage. Alright, let's go ahead and finish the enemy off here. Hand Slap would do 80 damage with a 100% chance to hit because the enemy is asleep. 77 damage. We have removed them from the combat. So that went well. Let's keep up the good work. We've gained a Cure All. When using a Cure All, it will, as it says, cure all status ailments. We've also gained a pink card. That is an important one to note. It will prohibit the use of fighting, meaning any sort of melee attack would be forbidden, and only abilities would be able to be used. We've gained 50 ability points. Montblanc has mastered Thundera. Utulio has also mastered Thundera. Let's go ahead and change it up a little bit. We're going to go ahead and switch over to the Firewheel Rod for Montblanc. And for Utulio, we're going to go ahead and switch over here to the Sleet Rod. As such, we will have a character with a Tier 2 in each of the 3 elements. I believe that is all that we can do at the moment for those characters. We do not currently have any missions underway. I'm only holding off on picking the Diamond Rain mission because I believe I might need a little bit more in the way of abilities before we attempt that. Unfortunately, the enemy has decided to go back up. Let's pop into the card shop. Color magic, time magic, slow, and poison. Nothing especially good here stands out. The only one of which I might want is color magic. Color magic would prohibit red, white, black, and blue magic from being used. We do have a red mage and 2 black mages. However, I don't plan on using one of my 2 black mages' abilities very often. I intend to use him primarily as a morpher, but still worth having a color magic. Let's take a look here at the cards that we have here. I don't need the swords ability or great swords. The swords count as a rank 1, great swords as a rank 2. That puts us at rank 3 out of 10 for obtaining color magic. Rapiers, I don't plan on ever doing any melee attacks with rapiers. They each count as a rank 2. That puts us at rank 7 out of 10. Let's go ahead and add another one in here. Actually, I think the best course of action would be to add Charm instead. That puts us at 10 out of 10 and acquires the color magic card for us. Also good to stop into the card shop and pick things up, even if you don't quite need them, simply because it clears out your inventory of cards that you otherwise would have to throw away. Alright, we have found ourselves another combat here. Nothing too dangerous in this combat. No use of Chivalry and Shell, neither of which we have to be concerned about. Let's go ahead and pull Leticia out of that. Montblanc we're going to put on the far side and in the back. Tud will be blocking here. We'll have Eldina here as well as Nektu. And with that, we'll go ahead and start the combat. Let's go ahead and throw haste on Yatulio as usual. That will be our go-to way to start combats going forward. The speed of the bunny girl healer, white mage if you will, is very high. She almost always ends up going first, if not second, early on, until you outlevel and outpace them. Their first archer is using Blackout. That will blind the character that it hits, and it did hit. So Tud is now unable to see. This will greatly reduce the accuracy of attacks and counters. Steal experience. Okay. The enemy has successfully stolen 2 experience and gained 18 as Tud was higher level. Alright, let's go ahead here and start things off by trying to take out their thief. With an air render from Nekzu, we can do 59 damage. This has a chance to take the enemy out, and it also has a chance to put the enemy at critical health. Alright, we have successfully taken the enemy down with a 63 damage hit. Their soldier is going to go ahead and move forward here. He is too far away to perform any actions, so he will simply stay put. Unfortunately, Tud is essentially unable to act here. None of his attacks will be of any success. We have a 25% chance here to hit with Air Render, and we have missed. Go ahead and move forward here with Mont Blanc. We're going to go ahead and throw out a fire damaging spell. 50% chance to hit each of them, but definitely worth the attempt. We have successfully hit both the healer and the second archer. Alright, let's go ahead here and use our frog shape ability to turn the first of the 2 archers into a poison frog. And we have succeeded. Next step, we are going to go ahead and attempt to put to sleep some of the enemies here. We have a 60% chance to hit the archer and a 60% chance to hit the healer. We're going to go ahead and double cast that. If we can also put to sleep the soldier, that would be fantastic. Let's see what happens. We have hit the healer, missed the archer, and hit the soldier. Now it is the second archer's turn. See what he decides to do. He has chosen to fire an arrow at Eldina. And he has done 4 damage. We have a 100% chance to hit here and do 57 damage. That is not worth the investment there. Instead, we're going to go ahead and attack the frog for 92 potential damage. We have done 85. Yatulio's speed has come to an end. However, we only need to use his ability once more. go ahead and do Poison Frog on the soldier. It does have a 100% chance to hit as he is asleep, so no need to be concerned about the chance to hit here. Turn it into a purple frog. The color of the frog is completely random. It is simply determined in an RNG roll. Air Render will take out the archer here. Alright, so normally Tud would not be able to attack here with any sort of success chance. However, the enemy is asleep, and it is impossible for a blinded character to miss a character that is asleep unless they have some sort of reaction that prevents the damage that you are attempting. Damage type, I should say. We have done 67 damage and taken their healer out of the combat. The only enemy remaining is the purple frog, previously known as the soldier. If we were to attempt a thunder damaging spell, we would do 61 damage. This would not damage me or the Numu over there, as we are both wearing the lightning vests. The purple frog, previously known as the soldier, is now at critical health. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to hit him with my Dragoon ability, Ice Breath. This has a 75% chance to hit for 80 damage, which would remove him from the combat. We have successfully hit for 87. We've gained one ability point, one judge point, rather, and the battle is now over. Words are hard. That went well. Let's keep up the good work. We've gained 50 ability points. Kaif has mastered Haste. That is fantastic. We can now switch him over to another ability. Let's see what we have access to. Sacred Combo. This would teach him how to use the combo ability. We have War Cry and Cheer. I definitely think it may be worth my while to start working on the Cheer ability. It is also important to note that the Partisan is a spear, so it will strike the tile behind it as well. Cheer focuses power to increase damage on next weapon attack. So that is a one-turn boost in damage output. And we are going to go ahead and call it here, guys. This is the end of today's playthrough. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot. Or if you're interested in what I do and want to check me out on Twitch, please feel free to drop by and drop me a follow for more. Alright, until next time.